So I just finished reading Year 3, Volume 2 of Classroom of the Elite's light novel. Yes, finally, after 2 months of putting it off, I finally read it. In terms of writing, I have nothing against this light novel. It's pretty good in terms of writing. In terms of, personal feelings, I swear to God, if Hiyori wins, by the end of the story, I'll trash out, okay? But the reason I'm here today is to discuss a theory which I made a video on a few months back. And the theory basically went like this. The person in the comment said that maybe this whole story is actually being narrated to us instead of it being, in the present tense. Maybe this story took place in the past tense and now it's being narrated to us by someone. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up this theory again is because in the last main chapter of this light novel, we see Ishirami and Suzune talking to one another, as you can see by the screenshot. Now, these two already don't have enough, interactions with one another, so it was already interesting enough seeing those two together. But this next piece of dialogue, I want you to read this. I humbly request you all to start reading from, but at that moment, too, an encountered orchestrated from the shadows. Now, this whole collective paragraph you see, this is narrative writing, this is third person, this isn't first person. Now, I won't say this 100% confirms the theory that the story is being narrated to us, but it's getting close to 100% now. Now, what's the significance behind all of this? I'll be honest, in terms of the story, it's up to the author really how much significance he wants to put on this. So I can't comment on that. But in terms of inner fandom, stuff, does this mean that Susan is the one who's gonna end up with Kiyotaka? Does this confirm the fact that Kiyotaka and Susan are gonna end up together? Or is this a like, because even in the last light novel, if you remember, I don't remember the exact dialogue, but it was something around the lines of this wasn't the first time that Suzune and Kiyotaka's father would gonna meet with one another. Why the hell are you getting entangled with another man's life, and why the hell are you meeting his father so many times if you aren't getting together? So really interesting how the story's gonna shape up from here. Year 3 Volume 3 should release in a few months, I believe. Excited for that, and hopefully listen, I like Hiyori, I will say this, but I like Hiyori's character, but I'm praying to God that Suzune wins this whole goddamn thing and she's the final girl of the story. Well, let's see.